Join with me in consciousness as we take the next few minutes in meditation, focusing on love, universal love. I believe that love is all there is. I believe there is only one power, one present, one divine essence. It is being me right here, right now. It is everything, and I am one with all that is. I invite you to join me in the I, for there is only one thing going on here. As I speak this meditation in the first person, present tense, and positive. So relax and know that you are safe. And take a moment now to open up your heart. Today I rest in the knowing that I am loved beyond measure. I trust in divine guidance, and I follow God's lead. I know God is love, and my oneness in God reminds me that I am love. I am open to awaken to the presence within me. I choose love. I choose to experience the God of my understanding in every way. I am open. Love is who I am. Today I choose to release the old ways of thinking and open up to a new life filled with love and an intimate awareness of the Creator in my life. I turn my attention and intention to the greatest love of all. I know it is eternally guiding me toward awakening to my magnificence. I choose God. I choose love. For love heals all, and I am ready to have my life transformed. I know the divine essence always waits for my attention. So today I choose to focus on it. I choose to release playing small. I understand that because I am a personification of God, life continuously presents me with its gifts. Suddenly, everything seems more magnificent, wondrous, and special. I notice how a sunrise is not just a spectacular time of day. It is a direct experience of the divine, created just for me, as though Spirit is saying, "This is a reflection of the beauty I see in you." I rest in this idea that I am beautiful. As I focus on the inner wisdom which is God within me, all my thoughts become good ideas. I bless this evidence of my connection with my sacred essence. I feel the ceaseless guidance directing me toward my happiest and fullest potential. I am wisdom, for I align with the inner wisdom. I have the answers within me. I accept and nurture my relationship with Spirit. I see my life as a precious gift. I continue to awaken to my light. I know the truth of Spirit is the truth of me, and I am powerful beyond measure. And I always have a choice. Right now, in this moment, I choose to totally release fear and say yes to being brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. I choose to be the love within me in all my endeavors and actions. From this point on, my life is about saying yes and making a conscious decision to let go of the belief that I'm not worthy. For I am the beloved of the beloved. I stop shrinking from my greatness. I honor any fear I may experience and walk through it to shine my light and love. I consciously lean into love, for it is at my core and has always been. I choose to be the owner and the captain of my life. I realize I have within me deeper nature. It's a unity with God where I merge in the oneness of love. Today I dip deeply into my divine nature. I deliberately drop negative and hurtful ideas and feelings. I am not my past. I allow love to fill every cell of my being. As I breathe and let go, I feel the consciousness of love filling every aspect of my being. I let go of everything and turn within to my own divine nature, to the Spirit of God, the Spirit of love, and the Spirit of peace. I connect with the place within me which has never been hurt, has never been sick, has always been divine and eternal peace, the source of my good. From this inner place, I know Spirit is all peace, all love, all power, and all perfection. In this place, I release all hate, all fear, all animosity, all resentment. I allow my awareness to be filled with confidence and certainty. I know at the center of me is wholeness, happiness, and possibility. Here I rest in the wholeness, in the perfection, in the peace, in the power, in the beauty, in the love, in the abundant supply, and in life. I see and experience the abundance of this life in everything I say and do. I am guided and supported to do what is right for all concerned. I make great decisions, for the principle of intelligence within me directs me. The presence of love supports, holds, and warms me. The peace of God embraces me, and I am led to more love as I express love. I am conscious of the indwelling Spirit, and I am conscious that the indwelling God is filling and instantly renewing my body, easily purging from me whatever does not belong. It coordinates every function, every organ, every action and reaction, making it perfect. I am an expression of divine love. I awaken to more of it right now. I bless my life, and so it is. And when you're ready, gently bring your attention back to the room. Back to this wondrous experience of life.
Here on Wednesday, sit out here and make faces at you, I can do that.
Morning, everyone.
Okay.
Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton.
Okay, that's interesting.
Thank you.
I think we need to speak to Reverend Randy because we have a technical issue. We've never been able to do that before. I don't know how that's happening.
The thing is, I think we have a lot of energy in the center, so
We do.
it's coming through the microphone.
But you look good up there. On the screen.
We need to speak to Randy. Because we can't see our prompt. Our teleprompter is there, and all I can see is Marcia, so I can just talk about Marcia, I guess. And I have lots of good things to say. Is he coming? Did anybody ask for him?
I think yes, he's running.
Well, let's begin by having the kids come up, and we'll bless the children. They're going to go to Fun Day School today, and apparently they're learning a new song. So we're going to hear a new song today later. So come on up here. Just come up here on this first step and just look at everybody. And let's just bless our beautiful children. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you just the way you are. And have fun at Fun Day School, okay? So off you go. Okay, teacher.
Right again. Good morning, everybody.
No, it's that she's on our screen, not our PowerPoint. That's what Randy needs to know. Oh, okay. Do you want to tell him that? Okay. Thank you. We had our floor redone this week, and as a consequence, we had to unplug everything. And I don't know if you've seen our office, but there are at least 20 devices and 75 cords that plug into each other to allow us to do live stream. And all of them were numbered. And there was one cord left that wasn't plugged into anything. Randy says, we're all done. It's like, have you ever put anything together and there's like one bolt missing? So I'm not surprised that we had a little something funny there. But here we go.
Yes.
And we still have Marcia on the screen.
But at least I know where I'm going.
Yes.
My name is Marcia Daly. I am your
I don't think you're
presider
on.
for today.
Okay. You're just quiet. I'll turn.
Yeah, and don't sound like. Anywho, so go back one. The other one. Okay. Yes, as I was saying. Yeah.
Okay, so let's all take a moment and just imagine that love is coming out of each of us and filling this room, and every cord and wire and piece of equipment all the way to the internet, and it is all just being healed and flowing smoothly and exactly as we require. And so it is.
Okay, so anyone here for the first time? Excellent. So do see me at the end of the service. We welcome you to our sanctuary. I always have a gift for our newcomers. This, as we receive, we always like to give back. So 10% of everything we give goes out to bless Unity Canada and Kemp Care Network. Now, this month's ability and faculty is faith, as you have been seeing for the last 3 Sundays in the month of January. It's one of the 12 powers, the first of the 12 powers of man by Charles Fillmore. And the color is indigo. I think a few of us are sort of wearing the color today. And the affirmation is, let's say it together. I have faith that all wisdom, all love, all power is always present as spirit in me. I believe, trust, and allow my faith to grow. Faith blesses my day and paves my way. I am faith. And so we begin with the song of the month, Feeling Good. It's going to be sung for us by Emilio Zaris.
Oh my God, I can see myself. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me and you, for all of us, and we're feeling good. Feeling good. Woo. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the trees, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me and you, and we're feeling good. Dragonflies out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this whole world is a new world and a bold world for me and you, for all of us. All right, unity, all right, world. We're in 2024. It's still a pretty brand new year, and we're gonna make this the best year yet by feeling good inside, being grateful for all our blessings, and spreading that good feeling all around us with love, kindness, compassion, and goodwill. Are you ready to make that happen with me? Say yes! I knew it! Here we go. Woo! Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel, don't you know? Scent of the pines, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Yeah, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Woo! It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me and you, for all of us, and we're feeling good. That's right. I'm feeling good, and I want you all to feel good with me. So together we'll feel so good. Thank you.
That's really weird for me to see myself. I'll get over it. So join with me in our opening intention. For it's really the best thing that anyone can do is to stop and just connect with the spirit within. So close your eyes if that's comfortable. And God is calling. I can hear the phone. So let's tap into God calling, knowing there is only one divine essence that permeates all things seen and unseen. It is pure love, and it is at the core of who I am. It is everything, and it is my life. And so today, I allow this pure love to lead the way. I allow this pure love to heal what needs to be healed, to transform what is ready to be transformed, to guide my way and support my way. I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is. And since I can't see the PowerPoint, let's ask Randy if we can see the PowerPoint.
Oh, yes.
That would be lovely. I'm not sure what's going on. Wonderful. Yay! Just ask and it is given.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to see myself.
Well, you know what? We're gotta go with it. And isn't life like that sometimes? It just happens and we go.
We are creating a world that works for everyone. Yes, we're amazing, and we've just begun to feel the power and freedom to be who we came here to be, as we discover each other and celebrate humanity. We are creating a world that works for everyone. Yes, times are changing. It's all a revolution as we are walking together. Love was leading the way through the fields of compassion to a world that works for everyone. To a world that works for everyone. As we are walking together, love is leading the way through the fields of compassion to a world that works for everyone.
absolute word for today is world peace. And the affirmation, I imagine a world transformed by peace and love. World peace begins within my mind and heart. Aligned with my power of imagination, I breathe deeply and envision every person laying hold of the principles of love and peace. Everyone is loving and peaceful. I see the world's people transforming strife, anger, and division into reconciliation, peace, and unity. Holding this vision, I see the entire world aglow with radiance. Harmony and cooperation heal the world's wounds and encourage love to flower in each person's heart. I carry this vision throughout my day. I see our underlying oneness regardless of apparent distinctions. I deploy divine wisdom and understanding to illuminate my thoughts and inspire my words. When I couple divine will with wisdom and understanding, I guide myself to act in ways bringing peace to the world.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of a new day. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise him from singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world.
Well, today, can you guess? We're talking about feeling good. And we've had some laughter already, even with the foibles. And that's the whole idea, is how can you find humor and feel good no matter what's going on? And it is a choice. It really is. We can catastrophize what's going on, or we can choose to say, you know what? there's something good here, and whatever that might be. So I'd like to look at living from love and how we might inspire others, and then dawning. How are we dawning, evolving? So let's look at living from love. I had the privilege of presiding over a celebration of life yesterday for a 98-year-old woman. And there were more than 150 people that came. And there was the thought from some of the family members that maybe there may not be that many people, because at 98, who's left? And yet it was a room full of individuals that Helen Hubbard had the opportunity to touch in some way or another in her years of living on this planet. And one of the things that really struck me was that at 67, which is where I'm at now, I have 31 years to get that big an entourage for my funeral. So what can I do? You know, and that's the astounding thing, is what can I do that isn't pursuing my interests, that's pursuing being someone who makes a difference in the world? And what I found is that when I am a giving person, when I do things that are for others, it feels good. It feels a lot better than the temporary satisfaction of doing things for myself. And so it was really an awakening again for me to think about, oh my gosh, I still have 31 years to fulfill what she fulfilled. Whereas a lot of people in their 60s or a little bit older think, you know, my days are done. I'm thinking about the end of days rather than the possibilities. And I think that's our culture more than other cultures. Not every culture is that way, but it's something to think about. So where has your mind been in terms of what your possibilities are? And do you think it's over? I hope not. I hope that I can inspire you to even think more. So 8 out of 10 people actually agree that a higher power exists, yet only 2 out of 10 use that power intentionally, consistently, and constructively. And the reason why is that most people are not taught through their organized religion or through their families how to work with this energy that we call life, God, spirit, essence, source, the infinite field of pure potentiality, whatever you choose to call it. We haven't been taught how to use it. And the number one key to using it is when you feel good, you attract more of feeling good. When you feel bad, you attract more of feeling bad. And it's as simple and as complicated as that. So let's dig into it a little bit differently and look at our definition of God. So how would you define God? I know that the immediate thought that I have, when I was younger especially, was God out there. I project in my mind, okay, so I'm imagining God. I don't see God in me. I don't go there right away when I start to define God, do you? And yet that's where we ought to go, because it resides right where we are, right at the core of who we are, and yet it's everything as well. So how do you define that that's right at the core of who you are, but is also everything?
Omnipresent.
Omnipresent, and yet it's a scientific word, isn't it? You know, it's here. So again, let's live in the question through this process and see what you come up with. And you may not have your own answer at the end of this talk. It may be something that is evolving, but let's just see. So Neale Donald Walsch, and I'll talk about him a little bit further as we move in this talk, he describes God as pure love. And that to me, more than omniscient, omnipresent, says something to me that you can't even describe in words, I would say. Because if you say someone is pure love, or something is pure love, or that life is pure love, What does that mean? Support, harmony, unconditional, non-judgmental. All of the things that are supportive and empowering, right? Randy, unfortunately, I can't see what it says on my screen because my image is on top of it, so we'll just ignore it. Oh, it came back. God's pure love is never expressed by hurting, damaging, or punishing anyone. And I think about that definition as in, think about the wars that are held in the name of God. They're hurting, punishing, and restricting. So is that God's pure love? No, it's a human construct, isn't it? And Randy, I'd love to see, thank you. I'm glad he has a headset on, he can hear me in the other room. So pure love, in the expression of it, nothing is intended, expected, or needed in return. And yet, have you loved someone and you have an expectation? An expectation of a certain behavior, a certain way of showing you that they love you. You have an expectation of showing up a certain way for someone because you say you love them. And yet, pure love is not that. It's so much more than that. It's an act of selflessness. Now, I don't know if you have ever been truly selfless. I don't think I have. I've tried. I've come close. I was even thinking about little kids. Like, are little kids selfless? They actually aren't. I remember when my son was maybe 2 or 3, and I brought him to one of those daycare for a couple of hours to play. And the instructor at the daycare said, kids at this age don't share. They don't want to share anything with anybody. If they've got a toy, don't you dare take it away because it's theirs. That's not selflessness. So we come into this world in this human construct forgetting that we're pure love, forgetting that there is more than enough that's available. And it seems as though we end up having to learn how to be selfless as we mature. Would you say that's true? And yet, I mean, it'd be really nice to say that we just all are selfless. The world would sure be a different place if we were. It requires and demands nothing to be perfectly happy. You know, to be with someone, and you are with spirit, but even another person, can you actually demand nothing to be perfectly happy and just be with them? You know you're in a pretty good relationship if you can just be there with them and not expect anything. And that may happen right away, that may happen over a period of time. And I'm not trying to say that what you have isn't right and perfect. What I'm saying is that be aware of that. And ask yourself, if I'm demanding something, expecting something, why is that? Why do I not feel like I'm enough, that I have enough? Just questions. So always a joyful outcome is another. Pure love always is intended to have a joyful outcome, without ever expecting any negative outcome or energy to be experienced by the receiver. How many times have you given something because it's just so, it feels so good to give it, but you expect a reaction? You expect like at least a thank you, right? And yet, can you give it without that? Can you just be pleased with having given it? And again, just a question, because if you can't, maybe think about what's underneath that. You know, I know for me, for many years, it was about people pleasing, and I was pleased if they were pleased. And so if they didn't seem pleased, then I wasn't pleased either. And so I was really at the whim of how they responded to me. And it's just so much better to be happy within myself and spread that. I remember in my 20s, I started my first business, and I had a young apprentice. And I asked him, so how do you like it here so far? He had been there about a week, and he was probably about 17, 18, and I was 22 or somewhere in that range. He says, "You're just so happy all the time. Like, is that for real?" But he had never been around someone who was happy doing what they were doing. I was happy doing what I was doing and happy with life. And it just seemed fake to him because he had never experienced that. And I remember thinking, wow, because that was not my life at that point. And it's allowing the total freedom for the recipient of this love to respond in any way they wish. So as you move forward through this week, whatever you give, whether it be your appreciation, your lovely words, your love, anything, how can you do it in a way that expects nothing in return? And recognize that the receiver will receive it in the best way that they can. Some people don't know how to receive. How many of us have really can honestly say that you're happy giving, but it's difficult to receive? Yeah, it is. Why is that? Are we afraid that we won't respond correctly, or perhaps it's not something that we wanted that they gave us? So how do you go, "Oh, thanks"? I know. It's a question with no one answer. The definition here is that when you love someone for the sheer beauty of the expression, for the sheer wonder of it, for the complete joy of it, for the happiness it brings you to feel that energy glowing inside of you and sent out from you, then you are loving purely. And when you love that way, when you feel that good, no matter what you're doing, then no matter what happens in life, it's going to be good. Does that make sense? And then you are truly aligned with pure love, which is what made us, where we came from, and who we are. It's what animates us and supports us and loves us, no matter how stupid and ridiculous we might be some days, or grumpy, or whatever. It's pure love, and I would love to see what that says. Thank you, Randy. God's pure love is never expressed in a way that has as its intention the hurting or damaging or punishing of anyone. And so if you're questioning whether you're in alignment with pure love, then ask those 3 questions. Am I hurting, punishing, restricting anyone? And if you are, then it's not pure love. It's human love. If you're looking to get something back in return as your reward for sending love out, then you're not loving someone else, you're loving yourself and simply using another as a means to do it. And I mean, that's part of our learning curve. That's how we learn, and that's okay. And I'm still learning. I'm sure you're still learning. I'm ready to admit that. So if there is a God, how does God love? Is it an activity? Is it an experience? There's no right answer. You don't have to worry. Just a question. I know that I experience love because I know no matter how terrible a mistake I may have made or changed my mind about something, that I get to start again. And I get to start with a clean slate. And the only reason it might not be a clean slate is because I've left some dirt on it. God doesn't leave the dirt there. I do. So pure love is that energy which, when expressed, creates happiness in the sender and is sent to create what the receiver also feels as happiness, allowing the receiver to respond freely and genuinely without losing the love being sent. Because it's never wasted. Don't ever feel as though if you did something generous, beautiful, loving, caring, that it's wasted. You didn't waste your time. Because the first one to receive it and to experience it is who? You. because it comes from you to them. Like, how wonderful is that? So you get to be selfish and selfless. So true happiness and relief from the pain means turning ourselves over to the higher power of pure love, also known as God. So when you feel pain, when you feel hurt, somehow you're blocking off your true nature. And only you know how you might unblock that. So if the pain is fear or something like that in your body, if the pain is emotional, what is it? What kind of fear is it? Because it's not love. Whatever you think is causing your unhappiness, it always comes back to the root of feeling of fear. So if it's not love, it's fear, usually. And it's a fear of something. You might say, oh, well, no, that's not the word I would use, but dig deeper into it and you'll find that it is fear. So what are you afraid of? If you're actually truly love at the core, and love is surrounding you and creating your life, then what is there to be afraid of? Really, what is there to be afraid of? Let the higher power within you guide your life to have a more enjoyable time and make a difference in the world too. I remember having a conversation with someone about this idea of creating a better world. And it's really an intellectual idea in most people's minds. And what I mean by that is they say it because it sounds good, right? I want to make the world a better place. But first, you have to make your world a better place. And when your world is a better place, you have more energy, more time, more love to give to someone else. But if you're hungry, if you're thirsty, if you're needing to be filled up, then you're not going to be able to give it to anybody else. And so we say often, oh, we're here also to make the world a better place. It becomes a better place because you're happy, you're content, your life is good. Do you get that? So it's okay to be selfish, because in that selfishness, you make the world a better place. So people who are grumpy are most likely only trying to shield themselves from the pain of the trauma, and they just need some love. So if you see someone indifferent, grumpy, just not being seemingly loving, it's a call for love. How can you be loving in that moment? And it's different in every situation. The next time you're confronted with an undesired outcome, and we have them once in a while, right? Just stop, take a good, deep breath and say, thank you for this gift and the treasure that it holds for me. For it does hold a treasure, even if you don't see it right now. So are you ready to have your heart grow 3 times today? And not physically, because that would hurt. So let's go. Fear is the root of everything, and that causes us to be unhappy. And when I first heard that concept, it was in the A Course in Miracles, where it said there is basically one reality, and it's love. And everything other than that is an illusion. I didn't know what that meant back then. I do now. I'm not always living it, but I'm doing my best. So if you choose to experience the emotion that reflects what God feels in every situation, and you would almost always know when and how to react and proceed. So I invite you this week, when you have something happen that maybe isn't quite so pleasant, ask yourself, pure love in me, how would I respond? And see what the answer is. And maybe sometimes it means just walking away. Maybe it means biting your lip. Maybe it means giving someone a hug. You'd have a deeper understanding and be guided in your choices and decisions. I watched segments of the movie The Shack again this week because it has wonderful segments in it about God. And it's the story of a man whose daughter is stolen from his family, and she's eventually murdered by this man. And in the movie, he goes to this shack where he meets God, and it's all in his mind. And God tells him that I love everyone, including the murderers, because they're all my children. It's not for you to judge, but for the greater part of us, the greater love that is us, to do what it does, and that's to love back to love. And it can be hard to do at times, right? So this pure love approach to life is jointly embraced. And when it is, as in you decide to be love, instead of just imagining love out there doing something, you would cause pure love to just happen naturally everywhere you go. And people would say, what did you have for breakfast today? Or what is it that you do? Because you just are just oozing love. A few weeks back, there was a gentleman who came just for one time. We haven't seen him again. But he sat in the back row because he arrived late. And he sat there looking like pure love. Like, have you ever looked at someone and they just ooze love? And this kind of safety and comfort and like I've known you forever kind of a look, totally unconditionally accepting, non-judgmental. You know, I said to one of the ladies here that I'm sure he was an angel. He probably doesn't exist in human form, but he showed up just to show us what pure love can look like in human form. It was really quite something. So imagine an entire society holding the inspiration and guidance of pure love collectively. Because as you imagine it, it starts to happen. So you say, well, what can I do? I'm just one person. That's what you can do. So imagine this. Everyone in your family is preparing to enjoy a delicious dessert of apple pie a la mode, that's with ice cream, with just enough for a nice big piece for each person, okay? So you can imagine, is your mouth watering yet? Then the doorbell rings, and it's Grandpa paying a surprise visit. Oh boy, he explains, warm pie with ice cream, my favorite. Nobody says, but we've already cut one piece for each of us here. We wouldn't say that. Mom jumps up and brings another plate to the table. Dad pulls an extra chair. Everyone else at the table races to slice their piece in half, even though it means they'll have a lot less. You say, here, Gramps, you're just in time. You do this automatically. It's not a thought process. It's an emotional process. It's what you feel like doing without even thinking. It's a group decision that's made without the need for discussion. This is an extremely simple example, and maybe your family isn't like that, so maybe that's not a great example for you. But it's the idea that how can we embrace everyone when they show up, even if they show up late, even if they show up differently, with the same kind of joy and exuberance and generosity that we do for those that are already there. And it's how, on a larger scale, the world can change overnight. And I know that one day it will. Maybe not in my lifetime. But I still have another at least 31 years. So dawning. How to proceed in a situation where you don't have an idea of what to do. You can cultivate your ability to hear the still small voice within and decide to have a conversation with God. So how many of you stop and say, okay, God, in me, what do I do now? There are a lot of people nodding. I know, I can see you nodding at home. So this is a video, a short clip, I have two of them, with Neale Donald Walsch. Is there anyone not familiar with Neale Donald Walsch? There's a few people here with their hands up. He was a gentleman who, he had a divorce, and it wasn't a divorce at first. His wife kicked him out, I guess, because he was out on the street. And she basically kept the house and all of the furniture, is how it goes. And then he got hit by a car, and he broke his back where they didn't think he would walk. And so he finally did start to walk, but he kind of lost everything, and he couldn't get a job because he was wearing this big neck brace while his neck was healing, and nobody wanted him, and he had no place to live, so he was kind of stinky and living on the streets. And he had gotten a tent from his wife that she kindly gave to him so that he had someplace to live. And he was at the bottom of the barrel, and he started to have a conversation with God. And to this day, he's written 39 books of the conversations that he's had with God. And he's not unusual. Not unusual in the talking with God. It's unusual that he wrote 39 books about it. We all can talk to God. Sometimes we need to be at the bottom of the barrel to hear the voice, to ask for the guidance. So this is what he has to say.
This is the single idea that could change the world virtually overnight and make everything better than we ever imagined it could possibly be. Although it's a very simple idea, a very simple truth, and the truth is expressed in one word: unity. That there is only one thing in the universe. All things are one thing. There is only one thing, and all things are part of the one thing there is. Now, it's powerful. It's very powerful for us to embrace the notion of no separation, the notion of unity, because suddenly we begin to live and to experience life in a dramatically different way. We see everyone else as part of us. And everything else as part of us as well. And that includes that essence of life that some people call God. And so we begin to see things differently, to act differently, to react differently, and to experience ourselves in a brand new way.
So do you have a difficult time thinking of everything as one? It can be really hard, right? I look out into the audience and I see all these different faces, different people, and I feel separate. And it's natural. It takes work to remember that we're all one.
I have observed human beings have a difficult time embracing the idea of unity, of there being only one thing. People are afraid of losing themselves. They're afraid that they would somehow be absorbed or thought of as being part of an amorphous, huge mass of energy that allows them no experience of their separate selves. So we have this idea that we need to be separate in order to experience ourselves. But what I was told in my conversations with God is that separation is not required for individuation to be experienced.
It's interesting, isn't it? So he uses this example that God gave him. Your hand is a great reminder.
And God gave me a very simple demonstration of this. She said, look at your hand. Your fingers are not separate from your hand in any way, but they are individuated. That is, each finger has different characteristics and different functions and can perform in different ways. So I said, wow, I got to hand it to you. That's a pretty good explanation. And so God has invited me to look at my own hand whenever I wanted to notice the difference between individuation and separation. Try it. Just try it for 24 hours. Imagine that everyone else who crosses your path is an extension of you, is one of the wonderful fingers on the hand that you are. And imagine that everything that you think and say and do with regard to that person, you're thinking and saying and doing with regard to yourself. And as you begin to change the way you interact with other people, you will discover the powerful, powerful benefits of the notion of unity. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your experience of oneness.
Such a gentle man. So, do you have a new definition for God today? Maybe a little bit different? And will you allow it to flow freely in you, through you, and as you, and then project it forward into the world? I hope you do. And if you do, you're using and magnifying and focusing and directing spirit, and the world that you touch lights up with love. You don't even have to be in someone's presence, but just imagine them surrounded by the love that you are, and you've made a difference. So it can start right here, ensuring that everyone is going to get a piece of the pie. And we may have pie out there, I don't know. So this beautiful song by Eddie Watkins Jr., All Is Well.
It's a fun song. Not worry. I forgot to bring the church. Yes, please. I don't know where Okay, here we go. This is a new thing. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes from the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? You can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy and happiness is yours and is mine. I am love and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? That means all is well, all is well. Divine Spirit is directing me right now. All is well, oh, all is well. All is well and unfolding as it should. I am cloaked in the Spirit. I am fed by the divine. I am one with all that is. My soul is free from time. I am blessed and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well? Don't it feel good? All is well. Just to know that all is, my soul is free from time. All is, I got to choose to change my mind. I'm free, all is well. Gonna feel good, all is well. And unfolding as it should, as it should.
Hypnotic effect on me. I was lost there. What was your takeaway for today? Anyone? I have a few things, 3 of them. The world becomes a better place because I am happy. So by default, I thought the world had to be, what did I think? I didn't have anything to do with the world. But in fact, I do influence my world. And saying, if anything adverse happens, thank you for this gift and the treasure it holds for me. I was listening to an inspirational speaker all week, and he mentioned that. He said, when we get a problem, just say thank you. because it makes us grow. We do develop from our problems, if we choose, that is. And the last thing is, if anyone asks me what's my definition of God, I'm going to say, speak to the hand. Okay, is it? Thank you, Margot. So as in the beginning, where we give back to the community, this is your turn to give to us. And you may do so via e-transfer sent to admin@unityspiritualcenter.com. And so we say this affirmation in gratitude for all we receive. Let's say together, divine love that I am blesses all I give and all I receive.
It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. Got up on the bright side, nothing's gonna bring me down today. I'm taking to the mirror, gonna get out of my own way. On the edge of the beginning, I'm starting again, it's something new. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. Feeling good and loving alive. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. Not gonna let no imperfection get me down. I'm not gonna Photoshop or filter any of me out. I'm happy in my skin, just being me, myself and I open up my eyes to see that I am who I am, and it's more than alright. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. Feeling good and loving life. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. Life's too short to dwell on yesterday. And I can't ever change it anyway. Gonna live like there's no tomorrow, 'cause we only have today, yeah. Ooh. It's a great day to be alive. 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 Feeling good and loving alive. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive.
Hey kids, do you want to stand up so that we can see you in the camera? What do you have here? What did you make? You planted mustard seeds? Wonderful. Will you take pictures of them when they start growing so that we can show everybody? Okay. So I hear you're going to sing a song for us, are you?
Yeah.
All right, let's get ready.
So can you guys put your mustard seeds down so you're ready for the action?
Voices, okay? Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. 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 Hey, hey, I believe. Hey, hey, do you believe? Hey, hey, believe, believe, even when we cannot see. Got a lot of
Faith, faith, faith.
got a lot of faith, faith, faith. Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. Hey, hey, God's in me. Hey, hey, God's in you. Hey, hey, in what we think and do, even when we cannot see. Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. 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 Hey, hey, God is here. Hey, hey, God is there. Hey, hey, God is everywhere, even when we cannot see. Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. Got a lot of faith, faith. One more time. Got a lot of faith, faith, faith. 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 Finish.
Oh. Thank you, everybody. You're welcome to stay sitting here if you want. So know that we're here to pray with you. If you have any prayer requests, we have a prayer box here in the sanctuary on the piano, or you can send us an email if you have a prayer request to prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com. And let's say this prayer together. The prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And let's end with the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you, kids. What a great job you did today. Thank you for that beautiful song. And for those of you online, I love you. Thank you for being here. And for those of you here, I love you. Thank you for being here. Bye for now. See you next week.